1 million residents are thought to have Parkinson's disease in the United States, and at least 50,000 new cases annually. Welcome to Comcast Local Edition. I'm Donna Richardson, and my guest today to educate us about Parkinson's disease is Amy Comstock Rick, CEO, Parkinson's Action Network. Amy, good to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, Amy, symptoms and potential therapies were talked about as early as 5,000 years ago in India, and then the disease is actually attributed to Dr. James Parkinson, who wrote an essay in 1817. But what are the symptoms that we should be looking for?
Well, traditionally, Parkinson's is viewed as a purely motor symptom disease. And while, as you indicated, it's been around for quite some time, we've really learned in the last 10 or 20 years that there's a significant non-motor cognitive or mental impact, if you will, with Parkinson's disease. It's often diagnosed with motor, but many of the people who suffer with Parkinson's also struggle very significantly with depression, sleep disorder, disruption of executive function. It's really a highly disruptive disease. In terms of treatments, we have nothing that slows the progression of the disease. The symptomatic treatments that we have work very well for 5 to 10 years, but then their effectiveness begins to wear off. It's something that we absolutely need to address in this country and this world.
Yes, I mean, it's wonderful that PAN is here to advocate and to educate, but hopefully the funding will come through and the research to be able to end this disease. Now, what's PAN's role in assisting not only the patients, but their families?
Absolutely. The Parkinson's Action Network represents the entire Parkinson's community on public policy issues in Parkinson's. So we represent the other national organizations as well as people around the country. People are often surprised at how many issues in the federal government affect directly a diseased community, whether it's how much money goes to biomedical research or Social Security and Medicare issues, VA, Veterans Affairs issues. So we've always been active on those issues in Washington, D.C., and quite frankly, with all the change we're seeing with the new administration with President Obama, we're extremely busy to ensure that the needs and issues that affect the Parkinson's community are well represented in those conversations.
And you have a vast array of partners that are helping you to fight for funding and also to increase research. And who are they?
Well, we have organizational partners that include the Michael J. Fox Foundation, the National Parkinson's Foundation, and the Parkinson's Disease Foundation, and the American Parkinson's Disease Association. But I don't want to lose sight of the fact that we also have partners who are individuals all around the country who either have Parkinson's or are loved ones with Parkinson's who've decided to get involved, and they're active with the Parkinson's Action Network, and they communicate with their members of Congress about issues that are important to all of us. Someone with a half an hour of time a month can be active with the Parkinson's Action Network.
And it's so important to help volunteer to, move this effort along. Now, Michael J. Fox, for most of us, he's the face of Parkinson. Unfortunately, I'm sure it's not what he wants to do, but he's the face of Parkinson's. But yet, from what I understand, it's not typically a young person's disease.
That's right. We don't have very good data on Parkinson's disease, but we believe about 10 or 15% of the population, the 1 million you mentioned, is under the age of 50. So clearly, the vast majority are over the age of 50. But interestingly, it appears that more and more cases are being diagnosed at a younger age. And actually the numbers with the aging of the baby boomers, more and more people are being diagnosed with Parkinson's. But that's one of the public policy issues we have. There's legislation on Capitol Hill now to actually mandate a Parkinson's disease and multiple sclerosis registry so that we can learn more about Parkinson's disease, who has it and where they are.
And so, Amy, how can the community get involved?
Well, the easiest is, of course, to go to our website, www.parkinsonsaction.org. And as I indicated, someone who simply wants to learn our issues and communicate with their member of Congress can have a huge impact with one email or phone call.
Well, Amy, thank you so much for coming in and educating all of us about the Parkinson's Action Network.
Thanks for having me.
My guest today has been Amy Comstock Rick, CEO, Parkinson's Action Network. And if you're interested in what Comcast is doing in your area, go to On Demand and click Get Local. For Comcast Local Edition, I'm Donna Richardson.